Okay, Seagate expansion 2 terabyte, and I want this for the hard drive in my PlayStation. So what I'm going to do is take it from the bottom at this bottom seal, get your nails under that, just enough to pop these 2 clips. You might need a knife, or I would suggest a flathead screwdriver. Now that these are open, you can get down on the sides. Careful not to bend it too much. Don't want to put undue stress on the actual drive. Click, click, click. Click, click, click. And receive the goodies. Without even damaging that little adapter chip. Very nice. Looks like it has 4 little feet. You can see the Samsung ST2000 DL-M003 2000 gigabyte. There's a foil which looks like I have to peel off. There we go. Paper under the foil. There we go. Looks like it's under the little feet. So, 2 little feet. Alright. You can see that this is actually just a little chip adapter from the SATA, which we can gently take off and then reuse on pretty much any other SATA drive. That's probably worth about 20 bucks, huh? And there we go. A bare SATA 2 terabyte 9mm drive. Next, I'm going to put that into my PS4. Then I'm going to take the 500 gig out of the PS4 and put that into my PS3. Then I'm going to take that drive that's in the PS3, I think it's a 320, and I will put it in this little dock and put it in a little old Dell laptop, maybe as a secondary drive with a primary SSD. Ready. So, PS4. There we go. You can see the standard unit right there. Looks like we need a little Phillips custom Sony brand screw. So I will grab a small screwdriver and a bit. Easy peasy. Alright. There we go. Stock drive. So it looks like there's just 4 screws, standard mount screws. So I'm going to pop those out and I'll be back. Okay, so here's that last of the 4 screws. Stick that next to the others. Now, here's the orientation as it came out. Just slide the drive out. Set that aside. And in the same way, put the new 2 terabyte in. Ah, but I have to remove the mounting brackets on this one. Okay. Alright. So those are all 4 of those. Now, like I was trying to say, in the same orientation, just slide the 2 terabyte, line up the mounting holes, and screw in the 4 mounting screws that were originally in the bracket. Our new non-magnetic fingers. There we go. And I'll be back when I get all 4 of those. Now keep in mind, I'm only screwing these in until they bottom out. I'm not putting basically any force to them whatsoever. So as soon as it stops spinning, that's it. And we take it back just the way it was, and just gently slide that in there. And screw the screw back in. That lovely custom little Sony screw that I like. So we'll take our little screwdriver. Alright, I popped it in, accidentally hit the power button. It's requesting that I plug in my controller. And it's also requesting that I find my stupid little USB cord, which is God knows where. It's funny how many you have can never find the damn things. You know what? Here, just use the stupid glowy cord. There we go, stupid glowy cord. There we go. Alright. Now we press the PS button like it wants me to. Now it's requesting that we grab our USB stick that has the update file, which is right now. Plug that in. Hopefully the FAT32 format on this stick is okay. See a flash stick blinking there. Now that update file for me at the time was 900 megabytes or so. So you guys are going to want a 1 gigabyte stick or more, which basically should be anything. And the website will walk you how to make the file system in the stick. Basically you want all capitals folder named ps4, and inside that folder you want an all capitals folder called update, and inside that is what you put the actual file. It says ps4 will be initialized, everything will be deleted. Are you sure you want to continue? I'm pretty sure, because I backed up everything before. Sorry for the low quality camera, it's just on my old Samsung Galaxy 3. Plus the lighting is horrible in here. It's actually moving along pretty fast, all things considered. As you guys may have briefly seen before, the drive that came in my system was the HGST. I had heard before all the firmware updates that only the PlayStations with the Samsung base drive, this 2 terabyte would work in it. But it seems to be working just fine. So I think maybe that the firmware updates have ended up fixing that compatibility issue. System looks like it's rebooting again. I guess Sony is just so completely paranoid about people cracking into the system that they didn't even leave a little piece of memory on the motherboard that had the update file or the system file, so that every time you needed to upgrade your hard drive, you need to actually reinstall the entire operating system. I can't really blame them because I guess they are losing a lot of money that way, but pirates will always find a way. This kind of stuff just makes it harder for the actual legitimate customers. In this case, like me. I'm upgrading this to 2 terabytes basically because the Seagate expansion 2 terabyte drive I got off of Amazon.com for $89 and free shipping because I'm Amazon Prime. I can't really pass that up as the bare drive itself is like 120 bucks. So might as well get the expansion and tear it out and save yourself a bunch of money. I also wanted to get the larger drive in the system early. Basically the only games I have are like Second Son and Killzone. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And the PlayStation Plus freebie stuff. But I figure, 10 years down the line, once I have 1,000,000 games, I'm not going to want to have to delete all of my stuff when I upgrade the hard drive. So, figured at 80 bucks, 90 bucks, I might as well knock it out now. Save myself all that headache for next time. And forgive the camera shaking because it's a cell phone without a tripod. I chose not to cut the installation and loading bars just so people could get a general idea of how long each step in this process takes. If it's acting funny, being really, really slow or something, you might have a hardware issue. If it takes any longer than basically what you've seen here, which is played back in real time. This looks like it's going to make me do the whole reinitialization stuff. Blah blah blah. Once you get to the internet, you can blah blah blah. You'll reset all that stuff. And let me sign in real quick. I actually never had to even sign in, and since I had a disk in there, it already automatically started to install the game. But more importantly, let's look at our storage. There we go. 1,736 gigs. And by God, if Killzone is not just sucking the life out of that hard drive already. But there you go. 2 terabytes installed in less than 10 minutes from tearing it out of the drive. Little external case. Plus I got a free little expansion USB 3.0. Now I have a 2 terabyte system. Free 500 gigabyte laptop drive that I can use in something else, like my PS3 right there. There we go. I hope that's enlightening to you guys, and you have a good day. Let's go into your library section and click on download on all of your stuff. Although, one thing that I noticed that I'm coming back to videotape is free-to-play games like Warframe and DC Universe Online, Blackgate, that kind of stuff. You will need to go back to the PSN store and manually get, because apparently it does not actually tag to your account. So your library will have the actual games and applications like Velocity, Minecraft, Crunchyroll. You know, I bought Destiny's in there. But free-to-play stuff, you actually need to go to the PSN and download again. When you're done with that, you can go to the online storage for your game saves, but the game actually needs to be done installing before you can actually load up your game saves again. So that was just a heads up. And things go pretty fast when you have mega internet. I'm sitting here in California with 175 megabits per second down. So honestly, with a hardline connection, this shouldn't take too long at all. In fact, a bunch of my stuff is already mostly done. Destiny was done real fast. But yeah, normally in your library section you would not see DC Universe. I had to go to the PSN store to grab that. I didn't have to do that with Warframe because I made a purchase, I'm assuming. But that's pretty much it.